Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Aquaslash. Alright, said that right. Always want to say Aquasplash, but anyway. So as usual, cast and crew information down below, and I'll start off by reading what IMDb says the plot of this movie is. So, thrills, chills, and screwball comedy meet tiny bikinis and gory dismemberment in this chlorine and blood drenched murder mystery. And it is a murder mystery. So let's dive right into this one here. And so right off the bat, it says Aquaslash. So I'm thinking slasher movie, or hoping for that. And right off the bat, you kind of get that feeling because basically it's two young people. They're in the park at night, obviously closed down, no one else is there, and someone comes and kills them. So the movie gets off to a good start. Enjoyed that. Then the horror kind of dives down for quite a period. It is the next day, and they started introducing some of the characters. What's going on here is a high school, I guess, graduation has just taken place, and all these teens are now celebrating. I guess this is in this whatever school it is. This is their tradition, and they go to this park and they have a wild celebration. It's a little odd because I guess some of the people that work in the park, I guess, used to go to the school, so they're a little tied in with some of the kids, and it's kind of awkward. I mean, they're kids and they're adults, but and you'll see what I mean. It's the lines there blurred between teen and adult. They kind of do some of the same stuff, and they get mixed up with each other and so forth. So there's a lot of introducing the characters. Obviously, like I said, tiny bikinis and stuff. So there's scenes where girls are washing cars and going down slides, and they're showing also some guys too, and showing the guys' bodies and so forth. So that kind of usual stuff, shenanigans going on there. It is in a water park, so they have to do what they got to do there. So they're kind of introducing some of the characters here. We've got a guy who used to go out with a girl, and she's with somebody who works in the park now, and he's a character that they kind of want you to hate because he's very rude and aggressive and doesn't want anybody messing with his girl. He's very jealous. There's some people that work in the park. There's a woman who I guess the word on the street is so far is that she's obviously an adult now, but she apparently supposedly sleeps with at least one person, one teen each year, or that's what they say. And then there's another guy who runs the park, and he's also, I guess, gets involved with one of the younger girls. So there's a lot of again, back and forth between the adults and the teens in this movie. But and then one of the teens' father is involved because apparently he wants to buy the park. And it's not a spectacular park or anything like that. But it is due, and they don't go around showing a whole lot of the park. Just focus on a couple of slides here and there in the pool and so forth. And then there's a hotel next door, and they show a lot of the kids doing drugs and obviously having a little sex in the movie. So there's a lot of, they spend a lot of time doing that before it starts to, I guess, get into the murder mystery. Then you'll see. I don't want to give away who dies when and so forth, but one character dies, and you kind of see it from the point of view of the killer again, which you did in the opening part. So you don't know who that is, and obviously you got a couple of the main characters there, so you're kind of looking at them, and trying to judge their motives and why they would do it. But it's fairly obvious that it's, one of, I don't know, 3-4 people. And depending on how well you think you want to guess, you could probably narrow that down. Again, I'm not going to give away who the killer is here, but it is definitely one of the characters that you do meet. It's not somebody who just pops up at the end of the movie. So it's not really, even though it says Aquaslash, it's not a slasher film. This person, does kill a couple of people at the beginning, then kills this one person, and then as they're planting the seeds, and they're showing, this person hates that person, and then they're showing, a lot of people not getting along and so forth as well. Also kind of throwing you off the track, and giving a couple of people different reasons why they would kill people. But basically the huge setup here is that as another night passes, someone goes to one of the slides and basically puts 2 blades in them. And, you kind of gotta give the movie a pass here. I don't know how believable this is. Probably not hardly believable. But you just kind of got to roll with it. But basically the movie comes down to 2 things. The murder mystery, who did it, and basically setting up for this big kill scene. Where I guess they have a tradition of having this 3-person race down 3 different slides that are one next to each other, and teams go one team. They race against each other for, I guess, money and bragging rights and so forth. And one of the slides has these razors, and basically they're like an X down towards the bottom of it. And so of course down there, here it comes, there's the moment, they try to build the suspense as long as possible, and down they go. And first people that hit it, blood and guts. 2 teams land in the water safely, and they're all like cheering, and then next minute there's a pool of blood there, and body parts start rolling down, and then of course you see like the one person kind of gets sliced up, and then the next person, then there's like 2 other people that are kind of like stuck behind them, because remember, they're racing 3 at a time. So there's 2 other people that are kind of like stuck there. And then of course the next race happens, and then of course when those people come down, they push into that, them and so forth. I don't want to give away who's going down, who's not going down. They kind of mix it up where they try to confuse you a little bit with like who gets on what slide and goes where. So as people start to go down, you're like, oh my god, did this character go down the right slide or did they not? So there's even a little more suspense there as they go down. You may be hoping certain characters go down and some don't, and so forth. But basically, that's the huge scene that they're basically drawing to. So it doesn't really end up being so much that someone's going around killing everybody. It's that this person has set this up, and for everybody to die here. And it's a little bit dramatic and so forth. And it's kind of hard, and the movie kind of just sets up for one big major scene, and it's a little awkward and so forth. So and it is, it's obviously fake. You can kind of tell it's fake. I don't know how well they tried to hide it. It's probably a little bit lesser of a budget movie, so you can kind of tell that some of the body parts are fake and so forth. Regardless, I give them a little credit there. Fun idea. And I also give them credit for doing a theme park, a water park kind of horror movie. We don't see too much of that. The last one I can remember is Piranha, which was a lot of bloody fun in itself. And a little bit I was hoping for a little bit more of that in this movie. But regardless, let's see. at the end of the day, I think I'm going to give this one 2.5 pools of blood. Swimming pools of blood if you want. Uh, not totally bad movie here. A fun little setup at the end. You got to roll with the effects that they do there, and there's a nice pool of blood and some dramatics and so forth. Um, Again, you do have to sit through a lot of teens messing around, picking on each other, and the typical jealousness of teens and so forth, and doing the drugs. But some people like to see the girls in bikinis. They're there, and if that's what you're looking for. But not a totally bad movie. Decent in theory. And then, of course, you have the big reveal at the end of who the killer is, and then they do reveal why this person did what they did. So at least everything's explained. So it's not, and I think it's decently explained. It's not some stupid reason or something out of nowhere. There's a little story there if you catch certain things during the movie. So again, that'll be 2.5 swimming pools of blood, I guess, for this one, and hopefully some water parks stay open after all this craziness quarantining stuff. Or maybe some will close and teens will sneak in and they'll give another chance for another slasher swimming park kind of movie. Anyway, that's the review for Aquaslash. And so now you can get your bathing suits on and spend some time in the pool or so forth. And again, all the information is down below, cast and crew, and where to find more reviews from me, including written ones, and also me on social media. So I thank you, horror fans, and until the next review.